everyone. Welcome to the Mortgage Punk Show. I'm Chris, and I have a fantastic guest on the show with me today, and her name is Jessica. And before the show, we were just comparing tattoos because I work with a lot of realtors, but I don't work with a lot of realtors with tattoos. And so we were having a very fun conversation about the meaning of all of this ink on Jessica. But aside from that, I can tell you this, Jessica is a fantastic producer, a top producer in the industry. She runs a really good business or she wouldn't be on the show. That's what I say. Yeah, everybody on the show has to be a rock star because I have that kind of branding. So I want producers and serious business people, and you're definitely that. So
thank you.
I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
How's your day so far? You said
My
you're
day,
kind of having a day, and then you went, well, it's okay.
What was my day?
Yeah, there was some hesitation there, Jessica.
It's been a very busy day,
okay,
but it's been a good day.
What's busy? Busy with what?
I had BNI this morning. I'm the president of the West Wing chapter out west. And
did you just start?
We just started. We're within our first year. We'll end, I guess, October 1st, the end of September, October 1st. And we are $1 million chapter in our first year, which we're super excited about.
Okay.
But it's a lot of work.
It is. Welcome to the show.
Yes. And I'm the president of that chapter. So it's even a lot of more work. Yes.
How's your, do you like your vice president and your secretary treasurer?
Yeah.
You got
my vice president, as a home inspector, she's fabulous, very type A. So she keeps everything in line, exactly how it needs to be. We're just really wanting to grow. And so it's just a lot of work to get people in the door that see the vision and want to put it in like you do.
Are you a startup chapter?
We are.
When did you launch the chapter?
We launched in August of last year.
August of last year. Okay.
So we're just at 1 year this August.
How many members?
We have 20 members.
Okay. And you started from the ground up? You're a
from
founding
zero.
member?
Yep.
From nothing?
I was the person that started it.
Isn't it like running a whole nother business? Like
it is.
Launching a whole nother startup business?
Yes. And the benefits of it far outweigh any of that work. Like I see the vision, but it's hard to get people in the room that also see that vision.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree with you. I'm one of the founding members of my BNI chapter. So we have that in common.
Yes.
For those of you watching, if you don't know what BNI is, you can look it up. It stands for Business Network International. And it's just a group of business professionals that do life and business together.
Yep.
There's several chapters in the Wichita area. You said you're west, right?
Yeah,
Jessica?
west side. Yep.
Yeah.
We meet at Rolling Hills Country Club, which is super
Oh, you
fancy
do?
and nice. Yeah, we always feel fancy when we go in there. But anyway.
That's great. So, all right, Jessica, I want to tell me a little bit about you. Tell the listeners a little bit about your story, maybe even before real estate, kind of where you're from. I haven't asked this question in several podcast episodes.
Oh, okay.
So that just dawned on me. Maybe I should have you start way back.
Okay.
So are you a Wichita girl? Where are you from?
Okay. I'm from Douglas,
Okay.
Kansas, which is way east.
Yeah.
Tiny little blip in the map.
East of Derby.
Yes.
Right? Douglas is east of Derby.
Yeah, southeast.
And kind of between Andover.
Like Augusta
and Derby
and Winfield.
And Rosehill.
Yeah. Way out there. So that's where I went to high school and graduated high school. I won't say the year that I graduated high school. I'm older.
You're older.
I'm mature.
You're not.
I'm mature. I think we're the same age. I think we've talked about this.
Okay. And you graduated from Douglas?
Yes.
Well, how am I supposed to know if you don't
I'm pretty sure we're the exact same age.
Did you graduate in 95?
97.
Oh, I graduated in 95.
Okay, so you're a little bit older than me.
Very close.
But yeah, very close. Anyway, that's fine. And then went to college, Johnson County Community College.
Okay.
Lived up there. Wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. At first, I thought I wanted to do criminal justice. And then I was like, no, I don't really want to do that. And then I was like, I think I want to be a teacher. But then I wasn't really sure what kind of teacher I wanted to be. But I love being active and sports and being outside and all the things. So got my degree as a PE teacher.
You did?
Yes, I finished up at Wichita State.
Okay.
So
from Johnson County.
got my
Community
undergrad
college,
stuff
right?
there. Yeah. Started there and then went to Wichita State and finished up there.
So do you have siblings?
I do. I have 5 sisters and a brother.
You have 5 sisters and a brother.
Yes.
Did I ever ask you this question?
I don't think so.
am I
We've
not,
had coffee
like,
a few times, but
recollecting big family.
yeah, big family.
5. Okay, hold on. Did you say 5 sisters?
5 sisters and 1
and you're
brother.
number 6. Or no, you're one of the 5.
No, I have 5 sisters. So 6 girls
6
and 1
girls
boy.
And 1.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Are your parents still together?
No, they're separated. So it is a blended family, but they're all my half
Okay.
siblings.
It should,
So.
how all of them are
Yeah, all of them are half.
half.
Uh-huh.
So you're the only sibling.
Yes. So I
that
could
was
be an
born
only child.
through
My mom and
your
dad.
mom and dad
Yeah.
as an only.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Right?
So, like, did you grow up around your brother and sisters, like from a young age to where like they were family,
yeah.
you know, or was
so
it
2
later in
sisters
life?
and a brother, we all live together with our mom because we all have the same mom.
Okay.
So we live together. And then I have 3 other sisters from my dad.
Okay.
And so I visited frequently and stuff. But my 2 sisters and brother that I lived with from birth, I'm very close with them.
So do any of your family members still live in Douglas then?
My dad is the PE teacher and head baseball coach
so I wonder where
Douglas.
the degree path came from.
Yes. And my brother, who lives in Halstead now, he's also teacher and coach and all the things. So,
So Jessica, since we're on sports and PE right now,
okay,
just for a minute, I got to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, which would be Jericho Flooring, and Eric Hogan is in my BNI chapter.
Yes.
And it sounds like you have a sports connection with Eric, and you know him through sports in some sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Cool. Well, listen, if you're watching this episode of the Mortgage Punk Show and you are ready to rock some new floors, okay? Jessica, do you think that if you change your flooring in a house, it will change the feel and look of your house significantly?
Oh, I know it
Do
will.
floors make
100%.
a massive difference?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're looking to do something new with your floors or get it cleaned up or maybe put in a new kitchen or something like that, Eric and his crew are phenomenal. I know him personally. Jessica knows him. He's super honest, hardworking guy. And if you want floors that just rock your house, give Eric a call. Tell him that Chris with the Mortgage Punk Show sent you. And thanks, Eric, for sponsoring the show. So anyhow, okay, so my head is kind of spinning a little bit because I just didn't realize you had that many siblings. I just did not know this. Did you grow up on a farm then in Douglas?
No, we lived in town.
Just rural? Yeah,
just rural. I'm the second to oldest. So
does Douglas, like what's in Douglas now?
Nothing.
Okay, so it really hasn't changed, has it?
I mean, I haven't been back in a while, but no, not much has changed.
Wow. Are you glad you grew up in a small town like that?
Yes.
Maybe you don't have anything to compare it to. I don't know.
No, I liked growing up there. Yeah, it was small. You know everybody. You feel safe. You can call on your neighbor if you need something. You can go outside and play, ride your bike, do all the things.
What'd you do for fun growing up in a small town where there's nothing?
Right. Well, I did play a lot of sports.
Was it like Footloose? Was it like the movie Footloose? Did you sit on top of the water tower?
No, we didn't do that.
And
no,
drop
but
cans
yeah.
off?
No, I did volleyball and basketball and track, and I was the baseball manager, and then also did cheerleading. So when you live in a small town, the opportunities that you have to be involved in everything is really great.
And that keeps you busy and unbored.
Correct. And out of trouble.
Yes. That's great.
Yes.
So, okay. So from Douglas, you went to college and you became you got a PE degree.
Yes,
so
I did become a
PE teacher.
Yes,
okay.
I did.
What happened there?
So my first teaching job was at Bishop Carroll.
Wow.
And
you grew up in a Catholic family?
Yes.
Okay, that's your background?
Yes.
So you went to Bishop Carroll?
So my first teaching job was at Bishop Carroll, and I'm trying to think what year. 2003 was my first job there. And I was very young teaching at a high school. So I think I started that teaching job when I was 22 or 23.
Wow.
And some of the kids that I had in my class were 17, 18. So what that's turned into is just lifelong friendships. For me now that they're adults and grown and have families and kids of their own, we stayed very close. So
And probably buying houses.
yeah,
and
yeah,
selling
yeah,
houses.
yeah. They call on me, so which is great. So
So you got into education in 2003. How long did that career last?
So education for me lasted 20 years. It was kind of a curving road, I would say. So I taught PE for 3 years at Bishop Carroll. And I saw during that time that sometimes teachers stay in the profession too long and they get really grouchy, right? So I was like, I don't want to be stuck being a grouchy teacher. So I went on to get my master's degree in counseling. And what I found out when I graduated with that degree was that if you didn't start working with that degree right away, then you would have to continue to take classes to keep that certification
For counseling?
up. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I transitioned from PE and then into high school counseling and met my husband during that time and got a job at Andale High School.
No kidding. So
Mhm.
you're like one of these later married people.
I was a little bit. Yeah, both
In
of
your
us.
30s?
We were 27, I think,
Okay.
when we got married, which is still a little bit later because then we have 3 kids after that. But I feel like we're young and hip, but we are a little older parents.
We're not old, Jessica.
Well, I mean, mature. We're mature parents.
Mature.
Yes, we
That's
have
the
experience.
new word. Listen,
Yes.
if you take any nugget away from this episode with Jessica, it's that you're not old. You're just more mature.
Right.
That's it.
You have life
And
experience.
it's a maturity spectrum, right? That's it.
Yes.
So you've got 3 kids.
Yes.
You didn't go on to have 7
No.
or any of this
No. Yeah.
trend that you grew up
I
with.
think God knew what I could handle. 3's enough.
3's enough.
Mm-hmm.
What ages are your kids?
So right now I have 3. All 3 of them are in high school together. So I have a freshman,
Wow.
a sophomore, and a senior in high
So
school.
you guys, you're like, we're going to have kids. And
Right.
let's
And
just
here it is. Yeah.
Get it done.
Yes. In fact, some of my students during that time, they're like, every year we come back to school, you're pregnant. I was like, well, here we are.
Yeah.
Get all the chaos finished
That's
in a
life.
short amount of time. Yes.
Wow. But now it's easier now, I bet.
It is
'cause they're
easier
all
and they get along really well,
older and
which is
close.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How'd you meet your husband?
On MySpace.
Oh, you did? MySpace? We
Do you know MySpace?
I do. I had a MySpace page. Like you could customize it and make it look cool.
Right. And you
then
add music to the
Yes.
background.
Nobody gets this. And
No.
then Facebook comes out. Like Jessica, the first time I saw Facebook, the first thing I thought of is, ooh, it's just blue.
And you could only
white.
have it if you were a college student,
And it
remember?
was very basic.
Right.
Blue and white and basic.
Right.
I would have never in my wildest dreams looked at that and thought, this is the next biggest revolutionary,
For a very long time.
groundbreaking, game-changing company in the world.
Right. Facebook's been
I
around
would
for a
have
long
never
time. Anyway,
thought
MySpace was where we met.
Yeah.
So.
I love it. I was like, I saw Facebook. I'm like, nah, we'll go back to MySpace.
Right.
Way cooler music. And I think I don't remember where the music came from, but I do remember Napster was a big deal
Yes.
when MySpace came out,
Mm-hmm.
which would have been an early music streaming
Yeah.
platform for free.
Right.
If I remember right.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, back
Here
then,
we are now. That's why we're on Facebook, Jessica.
Right.
We're like Facebook people because Facebook is for maturer.
Yes, because
more
we get
mature
it.
crowd.
Right. Right. That's so true.
Oh my goodness. So I am trying to remember, like, I don't think MySpace didn't have any kind of dating
No.
connection.
So,
Like Facebook has like a dating app now, right? Or some sort of
Right.
dating space,
I don't know.
I think.
But so MySpace, he just sent me a message, saw that I taught school at Bishop Carroll,
Okay.
and he knew he knew like a lot of his family and friends and everybody went to Bishop Carroll. So he said she must be safe or she must be like a decent person or an okay
Oh, I
person
see.
if she's teaching there.
A good place to go.
Correct. To find a
Make a
spouse.
connection, yeah.
Right. Not the bar or anything
Right.
like that. It's MySpace. So,
That's
so
awesome.
he just sent me
Oh
a
my goodness.
message on there and I actually printed it and still have it like in one of our scrapbooks.
do? Oh.
Yeah, because we've been married almost 20 years. But anyway, he sent me a message and we went on a blind date.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then who instigated the date? Was it him that asked you?
He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was he just like, where'd you guys go? Do you remember?
Yes, we went to Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
And to a movie.
And
After
movies
that,
were way bigger.
yeah, it was the thing
Like,
to do then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like me and my wife just went to see a movie last weekend.
Right.
for
Was
a
it
date
dead?
night. Yeah. And I'm like, and I just said to her walking down the hall, first of all, she's like, honey, you just passed the movie theater, Regal. And I'm like, that's not the Regal, it's the Warren.
Oh, it's Regal now.
I know, but I don't care. In my brain, it's the Warren. And I'm like, I don't care what the app says. I just, that's it in my head. But anyhow, I'm like, oh yeah, this is right. It's the Regal now.
Right.
So we went to the Regal and we were walking down the hall, heading to our theater. And I said, we've walked down these halls for a long time, you know, because we've been married 27 years.
Yeah.
And when we dated,
That's what you did.
the Warren was a big
Yes.
deal. You know, it was like the thing.
Yes.
So movie in the Warren, yeah,
I
definitely.
thought
Wichita
maybe
entertainment.
after COVID that the movie theater wouldn't really make it anymore, but they have come back a little bit. But even still with all the streaming and stuff, it's not the same. So anyway.
It's not. It's kind of sad.
I agree.
Because I was walking down the hall and going into this movie and I just thought, man, this used to be like a much bigger experience.
Yeah.
That was way more impactful, you know, experientially.
And movies were better then.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I know I watched for the movies to come out and you're right. I'm like,
Right.
you know.
Right. Anyway.
Whatever.
I know.
So met on MySpace. You're mature like me. You have 3 kids and you knocked them out right away.
I did.
And you're happy about that. Okay, so 20 years in education, that's a good run at a full-blown career.
Right.
And now you're in a whole different career.
Right. That was a whole career. And then like, I didn't retire,
You're
but
like
it was
a post-career.
Yes. I was like, so the reason why I got out of education, the biggest reason was our oldest daughter has epilepsy and she was going into high school. We do not live on a bus route. So she was needing transportation to and from school. And when you're a teacher, you have to be there 30 minutes or an hour before school starts, and then you have to stay after school. So it was not feasible for me to get her to and from school and still teach full time. And so we were depending on, for a whole year, we depended on neighbors and like friends, and we're trying to figure it out. And I did not feel good about it, just depending on other people to try to help me.
Because you're at Andale, right? As a counselor.
Yes.
High school counselor.
Yes.
Right.
With that being said, I asked my husband, what should I do? Like, how are we going to solve this? Do I keep teaching? What kind of options? She can't drive, all the things. So he just off the cuff said, I heard teachers make really great realtors. And I was like,
interesting.
Huh. So the thought just kind of started processing and like my wheels were turning. And I was like, I don't know. I don't really know much about houses, but I do love people and I care about people and I treat people like family and I have good relationships with people. So I was like, maybe I can make this work. And that's kind of where it started.
I agree with your husband. You'll have to tell him that. Like, you're not the first. I have this kind of this trend that I've been noticing between people in education that go to real estate and become very successful and people that are engineers, which I wouldn't think would fit a sales-oriented industry like ours. But that's just what I've noticed.
Very
it's
interesting.
Very interesting. I've had other agents on this show with the engineer background. And of course, I've got other agents that I know from the education background that I'm planning to get on this show. So why do you think that is? If you had to, I don't know, do you think that's true, I guess, number one? And if you do, why?
I do think it's true. I mean, the career change has been great for me. I love it. I've stayed busy. My numbers have been good. I feel like the reason why I'm good with real estate is just because I care so much about my people. They're not just a number. And that goes right into teaching. You know, you care so much about these students you're working with. And so the other part of it is you're a teacher through and throughout the whole real estate transaction. You are teaching your clients, no matter if they've been through it one time or 100 times. There's always something new in every transaction that comes up. And so you're teaching as you go. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's kind of why I think I've been successful at it.
Because when you're a teacher and when you're in education, that's just not something I would think you go into predominantly for the money, because there's
you don't say.
Like the kind of money that you can make in other careers is definitely not found in service-oriented careers like that. So I think it's fascinating that's what you put your finger on, because I didn't think that's what you were going to say.
Oh, what do you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say, well, when you're in education, you meet lots of parents and you get to know a lot of people. Right. And so when one of the biggest things they say when you go into real estate is, well, the first place you go is you look into your sphere of, contacts and all the people you know. And so I thought you were going to go there because education
that
provides
helps.
An opportunity to meet a lot of people,
right?
And families.
But the people have to trust you.
Right.
And they have to know that you care about them.
But I never thought about the fact that education is just you get into it because you really care to help people. I mean, I would think that'd be the number one motivation behind education.
Correct.
It's because it's not the paycheck.
No.
Right. I mean, it's kind of like probably law enforcement.
Right.
Or any other, take care of people, which is, it's very weird that it's that way.
Nurses are that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up. And you know what? I was just talking with another agent that I had on the show that we recorded earlier today, and we talked all about the importance of relationship-based business in our business, but also how most of our business is very transactional.
Yes,
I would say a lot of it is, and so anyhow, I love that you're bringing that up, because we just had this whole conversation, really a whole episode on this whole issue of relationships. And I would have just never put those two together, that people who work in other industries that are not driven by money, that are driven by, care for others.
Correct.
Like a real true love and care, would do really well in an industry that, has a lot of potential financially, but really our industry works best when it's relationship driven.
Correct. I would agree. And
like
there's
any business, really.
Right. I would say at the end of transactions, because when you're going through a transaction, you're talking to these people a lot, sometimes every day, sometimes multiple times a day. There's a grieving process for me when that transaction closes, because then I don't have a reason to talk to him every day. I'm like, oh, we have all these things, and then now I don't need to call you, or I don't need to text you. So,
well, when we get into transactions, there's definitely lots of hands in the mix.
Yeah.
So it's not just us, not you, just or me or whatever. There's a lot of people in the mix, and that makes a real estate transaction a little bit more complex, I would say, than any other type of transaction. But I do want to take another minute to throw a shout out to my friend Carrie, who started this fantastic title company on the west side of Wichita. Like, he's the lone star in West Wichita, and it's called Old Castle Title Company. So if you are looking for title services in the midst of a real estate transaction, check out Old Castle Title, because they're doing a fantastic job. We close a lot of transactions with them. They are, again, geographically on the west side, but they have some great people that work over there, and I know the owner, have known the owner for a long time, and they're very relational. I know they care.
I agree.
So if you're buying a house, you need to have a title company protect you from any defects on that title, to make sure, because I have had people literally call and say, Chris, someone is coming back and saying they own my house. I just bought my house, and someone's telling me they still own it. So it happens, maybe not every day, but that stuff happens. So you want a good title company, they'll take super good care of you. So if you're looking for that, call Old Castle and tell them that Chris from the Mortgage Punk Show sent you. And I said hook you up. All right. Thanks, Gary. Love you, man. Bye. All right. So I want to pick up again on what you just said, because I just would have never thought of that. You were in the service industry, and that's why you're doing such a great job at real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So you made the decision to go into real estate, move out of education after 20 years because of your daughter.
Right.
Right. And it was your husband that initially recommended that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
What industry is your husband in?
Aircraft. So he works at Spirit.
Okay.
In finance. He's a numbers guy.
Oh, he's in finance.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. And he recommended going. That's how the whole fire got lit.
Right. And he's got a very stable income and stable benefits. So he felt like that we would be okay for a little bit, you know, if I was going out on my own and trying to make it.
What year was that?
2022.
So 2020. So you got into real estate when it was screaming, flipping hot.
So
the market
November,
was on fire.
November of
Like in a
2022.
good way.
Right. I would say it was coming down off of that a little bit. The very end of 2022.
Yeah.
There were still multiple offers on certain properties and things, but it wasn't like list it and it flies off the market in a day kind of thing. I mean, it was still a few days
with
or
10
a
offers
week.
on it,
right.
And a $40,000
right.
appraisal
I mean,
gap.
Clients were not just beating down my door for me to represent them. It took me 6 months to get my first deal closed.
Took you 6 months to get your first deal closed.
Yep.
So, do you feel like you got a lot of help? Who helped you? Did you have a mentor when you just walked in the door? How did you pick a real estate company? Mm-hmm. Like, how did that whole thing happen? So your husband says, "Hey, real estate," and you're like,
"Right, okay."
Then what?
Right. So I was like, I can't take the classes during the school day. You know, they offer the real estate classes during the week and all that. I couldn't take off work to do that. So my next best option was to take them online. I'm a pretty good self-learner, and so I took all the classes online, went and took all my tests, passed that. And then I interviewed with a couple of brokerages, and the reason why I chose the one that I did was because they offered so much education.
Who was it?
Berkshire Hathaway.
Okay.
They have
You're still with Berkshire to this day.
Yeah. They just constantly every day have classes, and they did put me with a mentor. That was more like how to fill out your forms and transaction desk. But I did
how to sell.
Yeah. And so, but I did buddy up with a couple other agents there that are fabulous that were willing to kind of help me along the way. Just, hey, can I shadow an inspection, or can you show me how to put the Supra lockbox on a house? I mean, people just assume that you know how to do that, but even loading apps and figuring it out and how to put the key on and listing presentations and all the things. So I put in a lot of time just educating myself, taking every class that I could at RSCK, taking every class that I could at Berkshire Hathaway. Mm-hmm. And it paid off. My broker was just like, just stick with it. Stick with it. You are doing everything right. It will start to pay off. So
you got in 2022. Took you 6 months, your first year out, to close your first transaction. But now you're doing really well because your numbers of production have escalated
and even
significantly.
Right. Even
from that first
year. So it took me 6 months to get a client and close that first deal. That second 6 months of the year, I had a $5 million year my first year. So it was fabulous. It was just like once you get the ball rolling, then
starts paying off.
Yeah, it started paying off.
Which, if you had a $5 million year, then that means you either doubled or tripled your education income.
It was unbelievable. I would cry every time I would get to the closing table and just see how much your, commission or your brokerage, whatever your payout was. I was just very emotional. Like, I had to work 3 months to get this, in teaching. All right. This was my whole year's salary in 2 transactions.
You were serious that you cried?
Oh, yes, very
real.
much. Yeah. I couldn't even believe that I was worth that much money. Yeah.
Is that what was triggering that emotion? Was
Probably
like a self-worth thing, or like what was it? Or just I'm happy I have way
right.
more.
I just could not
Like
even
what?
wrap my head around it because I had taught teaching school was the only thing I had ever known. And so I have 2 master's degrees and my undergrad, and I ended at like $45,000 a year after all that. So it was a very small income, but it was one that I could depend on and I could budget off of.
Yeah.
So just seeing what some of the commission checks were that I made or what the potential was of my hard work. Anyway, in teaching, you work so hard, but your pay doesn't change with that. The harder you work in real estate, the more that it pays off for you.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
You and I have a lot in common, Jessica, because before I got into my career in lending, I was in a band.
I knew that. I knew that. Yes.
And like, I really cared about people. Like that was what, like, I wasn't trying to be rich. I wasn't trying to become like a, I don't know, some people that maybe try to become recording artists or whatever,
right.
Maybe in it for the fame and the money
fortune.
And all, I guess all that way. We didn't. We had a whole different motivation for for doing music. So I was just used to like being broke as a joke.
Right.
I was newly married. Our rent, I think, was $500 a month.
We never went out to eat.
And we had nothing.
No.
We had nothing, but I was super happy. I was playing guitar, writing music, and like I was passionate about art and about making a difference in the world and using music to do that. And so when I got into my career, I would come home with my paychecks, and now I wasn't crying, but I was show my wife. And my thought was like, are we doing something illegal?
Right.
Like, this doesn't seem right or real. Is it unethical?
Right.
I don't know. Am I just missing something here?
Right.
Because it is a whole different ball game when it comes to the amount of money you can make. I would say not just in real estate, but I would just say in business. I think real estate and lending, at least my kind of lending, working for a mortgage bank, like we all have to run businesses. These are businesses. I think you need to be entrepreneurial about it. I think you need to be running systems and processes just like any other company or corporation would do to build a business. And so, I think that's why it's so much more financially rewarding.
And what keeps me going now still yet is I wake up every day unemployed, right? So I'm like, I still have to get out there and hustle. I still have to do all the things that I was doing earlier.
That's what you tell yourself?
Right. I mean, if I don't get out there and work
and does that motivate
and do the things, I got to get going. I got to work. I got to help provide for my family.
Okay. So there's Jessica Seiler, guys. Nugget of the day. Okay. If you are a commission or a business owner, you need to be telling yourself, I'm unemployed this morning.
I mean, you are, aren't you?
If I don't do something about it.
Correct. You got to work. No, you don't have a boss telling you what you have to do.
I love that.
I don't have anybody telling me, get out of bed, go, do an open house, go do all these things.
Do you work harder? When you first got into this business, do you feel like you worked a lot more and a lot harder
I work
than
a lot.
you ever did in education?
The education was, it was hard. But when you went home, you could physically shut it off. You could unplug and know I'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. I can pick this up. I did work at home some, but real estate is very different. Some nights I'm still working a transaction at 9 p.m. or I'm up at 6 a.m. and I'm trying to message with someone about getting a deal closed. So you go on vacation, but you're still working. Yeah.
You're on.
Yes.
I think that's a recurring theme that we talk about on this show a lot. And I don't think a lot of realtors take it that way. I don't think a lot of realtors go into the industry thinking, okay, I'm a self-employed entrepreneur, business owner that has to wear all the hats and all of the roles have to be done.
Right.
Like someone has to sell, someone has to manage the money, someone has to manage the business and the operate. Right?
Marketing, all the things.
It's a company.
Yes.
It's a little mini company.
Yeah.
So speaking of entrepreneurship and being self-employed and being in business, I want to take a minute to thank Travis Whistler, who is one of my business partners in another business venture that I started with him and a few other partners back in 2016. And he has gone on to start a handful of other businesses. One of them is TW Custom Homes. So listen, your dream home should not come off of an assembly line, okay? So if you're looking to build a brand new home, call Travis. He'll take super good care of you. He builds really good homes, cool homes, whatever home you want. I mean, I think he builds cool homes. He's my business partner, so I talk really good about him in that respect. But I like his product. It's really cool. But whatever your flavor is, he can put it together. If you can dream it, he can build it for you. So if you're shopping builders right now, look into TW Custom Homes. Call Travis. Tell him Chris with the Mortgage Punk Show sent you, and tell him I said to take great care of you and build you your dream. So anyhow, thanks, Travis. Appreciate you, man. Okay. I love this. I love your story, Jessica.
Waking up every morning, you're unemployed.
Jessica's golden. Yeah. Your golden nugget of the day. I love that. But why don't you think a lot of realtors, it happens in my industry too, but why don't you think a lot of realtors go into it that way? Did you go into it that way? Did you think like, oh, I'm going to be a business owner basically? Or did you figure it out along the way and hopefully fast?
Well, I was scared out of my mind. I think just as small as my salary was as a teacher, I was letting that go and not knowing when my next paycheck was going to happen.
Yeah.
And so I knew just going into it, okay, I'm in charge of myself. I have to get up. I have to do all the things. I have checklists. So I went into it just knowing that I had to hustle my socks off to make it happen.
Your first year out of the gate, you closed one transaction the first 6 months, and then you started building momentum after that in subsequent years. What things did you do, and where do you think like the plane just really got off the runway and really started taking off into the air? When was that? What do you think contributed? Was it just doing the same stuff consistently and it just finally caught up?
I would say consistency. So my biggest marketing right now is Facebook. I'm kind of looking down at your computer because I was just thinking, I consistently post on Facebook several times a day. And it's not always about business, but it's just pictures into my life.
You do. You're good at that.
My dogs, my farm, my kids, my husband, my life. And that's relatable to a lot of people. And so my clients have mainly come from Facebook. I would say just reaching out through Facebook Messenger and say, hey, can I give your name to so-and-so? Or, hey, we're thinking of selling.
These are people reaching out to you, messaging you through Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do a great job, Jessica, with your posting.
Thank you.
So there you go, realtors watching. If you're not stepping up your social media game, not only do you need to step it up, but you need to not focus on product.
Correct.
And business.
It's not selling people. It's just so you can be relatable to those people. Yeah. Then you sprinkle in your business, kind of what you're doing as part of your lifestyle. And people like that. They like to see someone that's going to work hard for them.
Yep. I totally agree. So what's next? What is the next, I guess? I mean, you got a 20-year education career. Now you've got what, 3, 4, going on 4 years.
This is my third year.
Okay, right.
I'm in my third year. Yeah, 25. Yeah.
Third year in. So what do the next 5 and 10 years look like for Jessica? Is it real estate?
It would be real estate,
I'm going to take this thing I'm building and I'm going to take it, I don't know, whatever your vision is.
My vision is to just help support my family. So we live on a small farm and I've never been able to financially help do projects and things around the farm. So putting a fence around the whole property, that's big bucks, or buying a tree spade that my husband could buy a tree spade. And so for me, my goals are just to be able to continue to help build our dream out on our little farmstead. Mm-hmm.
So does that look more like a legacy?
I would say,
really
yes.
What, like your focus is really your family and then impacting them financially,
right?
Because you have the ability to do that in real estate. and impacting them in generations to come.
Right. Yeah. And I think it's good for them to see their mom change a career after she's been in one career for 20 years. And I went into teaching. Another reason, I was there in the school with my kids. You know, I could be on their schedule and with them. So transition from one career to the next, and just watch to see that it's successful and they can do hard things too. So,
did you start posting on Facebook when you first started in the business? Is that when all these posts you started consistently doing this?
I've always been a Facebook poster.
Mm-hmm. Well, originally
lifer.
MySpace.
Okay, originally
we
MySpace.
I see why you're a Facebook girl, because if you started on MySpace,
yes.
you are a Facebook person.
I feel very comfortable with
Met your
Facebook.
Spouse there. I mean,
right.
You have MySpace to thank you, right?
And the thing is, I do have a goal. I want to get better at Instagram. And so lots of people grow their businesses on Instagram.
Yeah.
And my generation, my age group, I feel like we are so good at Facebook that we're not embracing Instagram. So that is a goal that I have, is to do better with Instagram.
Better with Instagram. How are you going to do that?
I need to take some classes so I can learn. But anyway.
I would say it's going to be, part of it's going to be consistent posting.
Correct.
With that.
Correct.
I link them. Have you done that?
Yeah. But then I get bored seeing the same thing on both.
Oh, you do?
Yes. Yes. So I want like different content on Instagram than I do on Facebook. Yeah.
Do you think that matters?
I don't know. I feel like when I scroll through Instagram, it's a lot more like business, and like maybe I follow a lot of businesses, but people are selling houses on Instagram. Realtors are advertising a lot on Instagram, and I just haven't wrapped my head around how to do that yet. The reels and all that.
Just don't stand on a high hill. You have Vans shoes on.
Correct. No, yeah. I have Vans. No. Very casual.
Put your Vans up there.
There you go.
I'll jump in there with you. I'll be like, yay. So the rest of your career, you're really looking mainly towards your family and the impact you're making there.
Yeah, I have goals in real estate. I think before you've asked me, what are your goals for this year?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know.
You on the spot.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at my numbers. And then I started adding it, and I was like, oh, what should my goal be? And it's not necessarily numbers or a certain amount of sales, but I just want to be the agent that people want to work with.
Have you ever kind of run the experiment of like taking, like, family is very important to you,
mm-hmm.
and that's fantastic because it should be. Have you thought about putting together like a vision board for your family, and then taking a look at what that you want that to look like, and then running the link between your
kind of
business?
going backwards a little bit, like figuring out my family, like what
you guys
we want.
Have a vacation home? Is
right.
that in your picture? You don't care about that?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe, or do you want just to make sure your kids have college education paid for free and clear, no college debt, and have this much money to pass along to them in the future when you guys are gone? I don't know. Have you thought about that?
Well, I can tell you, I should do that. A vision board. I should do that for 2026.
Come on.
I know.
Let's
I should do
Jessica.
that. But one thing I'm super happy about, we bought a boat this summer.
Okay.
I mean, that is unheard of. Like, I never would have dreamed of that ever, buying a boat. And you know that country song, Buy Me a Boat?
Yeah.
You know, money can't buy. Anyway, so we bought a boat, and I'm just so excited about it.
Like a ski boat or a pontoon boat?
It's a ski boat. Yeah, we live right out by Cheney Lake, and so we're out at the lake all the time. And the kids, just making the memories with the kids is fabulous. Awesome. Yeah. Anyway.
Water is a good thing when you live in Wichita, Kansas.
Correct. Yes.
Like if you can get by water, somewhere by water, a pool, a lake, a boat, it helps to make it more pleasant to
I agree.
live here and grow up here when it gets hot and humid and nasty. All right. So I'll throw the challenge out to you. You got to do a family vision board. Okay. And then text it to me because I want to see it.
Okay.
But that might help you. Like, okay, if I want to do this and I want my family to look like this, then I got to have this much money to produce this, and then you can
just wrap my head around
that
it
all the way into your
challenge accepted.
Good.
Okay.
Good. What's one of the most difficult things that you have encountered in real estate? Or, let's say difficult. Like really, any challenging moments that really shook you up, or was it just going into real estate that shook you up?
There's several. Each transaction has its own challenges, right? But I've had listings before where the repair request comes back and it's just devastating. It's devastating all the way around. And just relaying that information to your clients, like there's a lot going on with your house. I'm very sorry. It just, I hate it. There's things like that I lose sleep at night over.
Sure.
You just worry about your people.
Because you want to take good care of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's coming, but they don't.
Correct.
And you got to relay it to them as soon as possible.
Correct.
But then you start drawing conclusions of they're probably going to react like this.
Yes.
And it's not going to be good. I totally agree with you. I have the same.
I just want everything to go smooth, and things to work out for my people. And it doesn't always work out that way.
I lose sleep over loans sometimes.
Yes.
I have, in 23 years of doing it, have literally just lost sleep trying to figure out how am I going to remedy,
how can I make this work?
Smooth out,
yes,
fix. So, you know what? No one has mentioned this. Jessica, you are like bringing out all of these unexpected nuggets. And so now I'm having a light bulb moment right now that because I've talked a lot about caring for people with realtors that I've interviewed on the show. We've now talked about that just within this episode. So right there's how you know your realtor cares about you, is ask them if they lose sleep over their customers.
Yeah.
Because people who lose sleep probably truly care, or they wouldn't lose any sleep over it.
Yes. And there's times I'm like, well, I should just offer to pay for that. And then I'm like, no, don't do that. But you care so much that you just want to make it happen. And just can't do that for everybody.
Totally get it. You just mentioned inspections.
Yes.
Not going so well. So one of the things that doesn't go well oftentimes during a home inspection is the roof inspection. And so Jessica and I have a mutual friend, which is Daniel Keeley, who owns Keeley Roofing here in the Wichita market. And he is a fantastic business owner. He runs a great company. So if you're having a home inspected that you're looking to buy, or if you're a seller and you're looking to just make sure your house is not going to have an inspection list like what Jessica is saying here, give Hunter a call.
Oh, Hunter's
great.
Do you know
Hunter?
Yeah. Hunter's good.
Love Hunter. Daniel owns the company. He's the man, but he's a busy dude. So Hunter is one of his guys. So if you're looking to get your roof inspected, if you've had hail damage recently, if you're looking to buy or sell a house and you want a great company that'll take great care of you and your roof and your house, call Keeley Roofing, ask for Hunter, and they will plug you right in.
Yes.
Tell them Chris sent you with the Mortgage Punk Show. That's what we have called this.
Okay.
Officially. So anyhow, okay. What's one last thing that you would tell any realtor? Because a lot of realtors watch this show.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. But I'm hoping a lot of homeowners do too, because they will see just the best of the best
that
are spotlighted in the Wichita market. Spotlighted in the Wichita market. I guess what's one thing that you would share? I mean, you've already given me. I'm gonna write these down, Jessica. From Jessica Seiler, idioms or something like that.
So what would I tell a new agent?
Yeah, what would you tell a new agent, and what would you tell a buyer or seller that they should be thinking about when they what are some words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. Okay.
From Jessica Seiler.
So I have had friends, join the real estate business since I've been in, and I just tell them not to give up. It might take 6 months to get your first deal, but if you consistently show up every single day and you're learning and you're doing all the things, then it will happen.
So it's hard.
It is hard. Yes.
It is not a get rich quick thing. It's a hustle.
Yeah.
And a grind, right? One of my very, very smart coaches recently told me that. Just reminding me this is a grind. Okay, what about the home buyer and the homeowner, maybe looking to sell? What should they be thinking about when it comes to choosing and selecting to work with a real estate agent? A lot of times you hear people like they know someone in the family.
Right.
I don't know. What do they need to know? What do you think?
There's a lot of qualities that make a great agent, but really somebody that they know that's going to work hard and that they trust.
What do you do to develop trust?
I meet with them first. I think a lot of times when you meet with people,
that does build trust.
yes,
right?
I always meet with them first.
Yes,
always.
Totally agree.
In person, meet with them.
Yep.
It's kind of old school, people don't want to do that, or they want to do a phone call or something like that. I always meet with them 100% of the time in person.
Couldn't agree more.
Yep.
You're 100% right. So maybe we'll lead out with that. What are some other practices that you implement that build trust with people?
Mm-hmm. Communicate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of real estate agents that don't answer their phone, or you can't get a hold of them, or they're not replying to their emails. So even I try to communicate with my clients before they reach out to me.
Well, you say that communication more maintains.
Yes.
That trust.
Yes, it maintains it, and it does open the lines of communication. So then they're going to feel like they can come to you if there's something going on.
What are some other things you do to establish it? Like you don't know them from anyone,
So meet with them in person.
Meet with them in person. Yep. And I couldn't agree more with that. I do the same thing. What are some other ways, I guess, that make you different or send a signal to someone like, oh, we like this Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
She's down to, or I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I always bring them farm fresh eggs when I
okay, well,
meet
that's
with
good.
them.
I think that's a great one. That's great. No one else I have ever met brings farm fresh eggs. That's really good, Jessica. I think that's the golden nugget, the golden egg of this whole episode.
I mean, we have 25 chickens, so I'm always trying to get rid of eggs.
Oh,
so
my
every
goodness.
appointment when I have with my clients, I just take eggs to them, and they're so happy about it. How could they not hire me? I'm giving them farm fresh eggs.
Oh my goodness, Jessica, I love this. This is fantastic. I love it because it's something about you personally that you're sharing that is it's you being you, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's authentic.
Yeah.
People who are authentic connect with other people better,
right?
Don't you think? And probably establish trust faster.
They're not just a number. Yeah, I care about them.
So there you go. It's not just Facebook posts.
Right. It's not.
You got to give out farm fresh eggs.
So everybody needs to buy some chickens, have them at their house, have a little logo on the carton.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
All the things.
Okay, Nate, give me two more and then we'll wrap it up. What are two more ways that you establish trust and confidence and really let people know you care about them, and that they're not just a sell and a transaction.
Right. So I know we talked a little bit about communication, but that is key. Like just you meet with them face to face, but then you continue to follow up with them. Or if they have a life event going on, I take note of that in my phone and I check in on them. They're going through a hard time. I have a client going through a divorce. I check in on them to see how they're doing personally.
And it has nothing to do with trying to get a sell.
No, not at all.
That's just a hello.
They have a sick kid or something. Yeah, I want to check in and just make sure that they're doing okay.
That has been like the theme of the day. It's going to be interesting to come up with a title for this episode. I'm going to call it the Farm Fresh Egg episode. The Golden Goose.
Okay.
Golden Nuggets with Jessica Seiler that you would never think of. But I'm glad that's been a reoccurring theme because I'm constantly trying to build my team into, I got a team, so it's not just me. So I got to get my team connecting and building trust too.
Right. Yep.
And so that adds a whole nother
layer.
Level.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, this business should be a relationship-based business.
Correct.
It's someone's asset. It's their future wealth. It's tied up in real estate. It's one of the biggest purchases anyone ever makes, and it's a home.
Right.
So it's not like a a home is close to the heart, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think even in buying one, it is just close to the heart, period.
And not all
it's a
moves are
home.
happy. Right.
I know.
So yeah, sometimes it can be
Our
hard.
goal is to make them happy for you.
Mhm.
And Jessica and I will lose sleep over it. But
Correct.
But Jessica is a fantastic agent, and I have absolutely loved getting to know you this year.
Thank you.
You know,
Same.
through one of my team members, actually.
Yes. Yes.
And on a transaction together that did you hear about the end result of that whole thing?
That they
it got resold
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like the house that keeps on giving. I sold it twice. I sold it twice.
That's unreal.
Mhm.
And it's this big, gigantic, nice
Yeah,
house in
it's
West Wichita.
amazing. Yes,
And it's a high-end home, luxury home.
Mhm.
So, well, Jessica, I think that you do a fantastic job. I'm glad you're in our market.
Thank you.
I know you care about people. You're a contribution to the community.
Thanks.
That's what I work with realtors, you know that.
Yes.
And I want good ones in the community.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
my community too. It's
Yes,
Wichita. We
you
want to
are
make
correct.
it a great place and take good care of people and just do good to people.
So,
Right?
thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Love your tattoos.
Thank you.
Love your Vans shoes that you wore and I didn't.
Okay.
Like I have every
I know.
reason in the world
We
to
didn't
be
get to
wearing
talk about
Vans shoes.
my tattoos, but we'll do it next time.
We didn't.
It's okay.
But I'm trying to catch up to Jessica with the tattoo thing. But we do have the same phone.
We do. Yes.
There's my phone
Oh,
case,
here.
and there's her phone case. And those are very Vans-ish if you
Mhm.
guys like Vans. And I'm a skate, I just grew up kind of a skater, biker kid, really more of a BMX
Odd that
kid.
a country girl would be wearing Vans, right?
That's what I was thinking
I
too.
don't know.
As you're telling me your story, like I was raised in rural America, and I'm like,
I
but
like
you got all
style,
these
though.
tattoos.
I like style.
You are a city girl, I guess, at heart or something. I don't know. But anyhow, Jessica, thanks for being on the show today. Thank you to all the sponsors for this episode of the Mortgage Punk Show. And listen, go out, take super good care of people.
That's right.
Love people.
That's right.
And you cannot go wrong. You will
Exactly.
profit, but in the right way.
Exactly.
Right? Wouldn't
Yep.
you agree?
I would agree.
All right. Peace out. See you later. Thanks,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.